That'll work. You like mouth sounds?
Good pussy.
Welcome to the show. What an intro.
My throat really does hurt though.
I believe you.
It's like, don't worry. And the problem is, I've been getting all psychosomatic because of
What does that mean?
it's when you have symptoms of an illness that's entirely in your head.
Oh.
And like that's what this COVID's
So
doing.
you just psych yourself out.
Yeah, and it's like, every morning I'll wake up and I'll breathe just to kind of like test my breathing just to make sure I don't have no shortness of breath. And every day I'll be and I'll be like, fuck, is that a little shorter? And,
It was 1 second off from yesterday.
oh, fuck, I'd have it. And I'm like, I just like accept it. I'm like, fuck, that's it. I'm done. Like curtains. Shit. What'd you just do?
I sprayed my thumb with whatever this shit is. It smells really good.
Yeah, turn on that fan.
Yeah.
I don't want to get hot. I like it. I like this. I like the space.
Yeah, it's not bad. This is the first cast in the new house.
Beautiful.
Very exciting.
New digs.
I need to organize my room.
That's all good. You'll figure it out.
Well, I'm still pretty underfurnished. Like I want to get a couch. I need a dresser.
Word.
The couch is gonna go downstairs.
I like the can of SpaghettiOs just on the.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna eat those. I don't know. I don't even know how long I've had those.
I'm really bad with canned food. I don't know why. I'm just like.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
Like you don't like it?
I'm just hit or miss. Like I can do canned fruits, but like when it comes to shit like canned beans or canned vegetables, it's like I think it's just like too much sodium. I don't know. Like I'm worried about. I'm worried in the future. I'm gonna be worried about like my cholesterol intake and shit like that.
I'll be opposite. Like I don't fuck with canned fruit, but I'll eat like a can of corn or a can of green beans.
Word. Right on. Man, I was like I remember once I was reading some dude on like Reddit or something like that, and he was talking about how he decided to like clean out. I don't know why, but he said he was talking about he's gonna clean out his like colon or something like that. And so he like just like went on a water fast for like 3 days, like only drank water, like fasted for 3 days, and then
Jesus.
and then just like ate like a bunch of ate like a can of corn and then a bunch of laxatives, and just voided his whole body.
How did it turn out for him?
I mean, how do you think, man? It just like it passed through his body like super fucking fast. It just shot it out real quick. Like it's like
I don't know if that would be really painful or really relieving.
I think it'd be pretty painful. I think that's some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Honestly, that's gotta be very unhealthy. And like,
so like, did this guy like do any research?
Dude, I don't know. He probably didn't even. It was probably just a dude just goofing. Like, because it was a Reddit thread. You know what I mean? But also, it's like the amount of thought that went into it. I'm like, man,
this is the fast for 3 days and take a shit full of corn challenge.
Yeah, the world's biggest shit. It was probably just straight corn. It was probably like, I don't even want to think about that. That's disgusting. But,
3 minutes in, and we're talking about poop.
Word. I don't have no problems with that. Like, I don't know. You know me, man. I'm all about just what do you call it? Simple, essential functions, man. Eating, breathing, shitting. You know.
Aren't we all though?
Yeah. Not enough people. Some people just overthink life. You know what I mean? Some people just overthink it like hardcore. Like
How so?
We all turn into physical waste at the end of our life.
That's true.
Like something is, I don't want to get deep, but I was kind of thinking like,
nah, we gotta get deep.
Well, no, like you know how the way I kind of see it, like one possibility for like dying is that like you like it's like the opposite of taking a shit, or like your body becomes the physical excrement, and your soul gets like shat into a new dimension. Like Martin Luther, like not MLK.
No, yeah,
but like
Martin Luther, the printing press guy.
No, that's Gutenberg.
Or no, yeah, I knew that as no. He printed all the shit on the Catholic Church.
Yeah, he made a bunch of complaints and then he put on the.
But he used the printing press that Gutenberg made.
And that's where he did like
these were all around the same time.
That's Lutheranism, modern Protestantism. Like you can Google this, but one of his very last like quotes, like written quotes, was about poop. Google it. Like Google Martin Luther last. He says something like,
I really hope this isn't the last episode.
He says something like I'm ready to be like
I'm ready to be poop.
You know, he's like, I'm ready to be. I think he said like, I'm a turd and I'm ready to be plucked from the anus of the world. Google it, man. It's the real deal. Like, I'm serious. And also, he wrote a whole book on like why Jews are bad.
How eloquent.
I'm just not even shitting it. He there's like, if you look up books by Martin Luther, or like text by Martin Luther, you have the 95 Theses or whatever it is, which is, you know, his 95 complaints with the Catholic Church, which are like, reasonable complaints. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he didn't like that they were selling what was it, condolences?
I don't fucking. He didn't like that you could basically buy your salvation.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Essentially, and
he saw that like, you guys are just fucking taking money for nothing.
I think it's indulgences.
Indulgent? Yeah,
I don't fucking know. Like, I'm no
something like that.
I'm no genius, but if you look up like Martin Luther's like last quotes, he's got quotes about poop, and he's got a whole book on bashing on the Jews.
One of the last things that Keith Moon said before he died, the drummer from The Who, he was asking his wife to make him steak and eggs, and she said no. And he's like, well, if you don't like it, you can fuck off.
Of course.
I'm pretty sure that was Keith Moon.
Word.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Man, I love The Who, though.
They're pretty good. They're pretty timeless. They're all really fucking good. Like, what's the bass player's name?
I don't know.
I was listening to what was it? Don't Get Fooled Again. It was on the radio the other day.
Nice.
I was listening to the bass part. I was like, it's fucking funky.
I just like Baba O'Reilly. I think like Baba O'Reilly's like one of
that's
those,
a good
like,
song.
It's like one of those timeless songs.
You heard Eminence Front?
Yeah, that one's great too.
Yeah.
That's like funky. That's a good song.
Disco as fuck.
Yeah. I love that shit. Yeah, I think disco needs to be like
it's coming back.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like, and it's kind of strange. Even like I watch a lot of videos. I watch a lot of rhythm roulette, and like a lot of producers, like hip hop producers, like avoid disco records too when they're sampling.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe that's just kind of an older thing. I think a lot of it had to do with drum breaks, but nowadays I think like the disco beats are becoming more popular. So I think like sampling disco records might kind of.
I don't like what is it like. What is pop music even anymore? Because like we have the fucking internet now, so anyone can listen to any kind of music anytime.
Yeah, no,
it's all like so decentralized.
Yeah, I'm digging how like just like, you know, you can find just weird cats out of the woodwork, man. You can find some crazy shit.
Like you get super deep into your Spotify algorithm. Like you're gonna be listening to way different shit than everyone else,
and it's cool. Like you can, and I still like you know, stuff that's on the radio, like mainstream shit. Like I've been listening to a lot of Megan Thee Stallion lately, and like shit like that. Like she's good as fuck, and I don't know, and she's definitely like recently kind of like blown up and gotten on the pop charts. But she's still like just like she's got great flows, great energy. Like,
what kind of music is she?
What? She's hip hop, man. She's like straight Houston shit, dude.
Houston.
Yeah, man. She raps Houston, Texas, and she's hard, man. Like I'm serious. Like she's like she can she definitely can like out rap most people nowadays. Like I'd put her above like I'd definitely put her above shit like, I don't know, fucking like I don't know. I like all music though. Like, but a lot of modern rappers I definitely put her above. Like I'd much rather listen to her than like Lil Baby or something like that.
I don't think I've ever listened to Lil Baby.
I like Lil Baby too though. That's the thing. He's good. I like Da Baby more nowadays.
Who's Da Baby?
Da Baby. I need me some shit with some bop in it.
I have no idea.
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. How can you not?
See, this is what I'm talking about. I'm too deep into the Spotify algorithm. I'm like,
listen to
I'm trapped in my own
Da Baby's good as fuck, dude.
echo chamber of music. Where I'm like, yeah, let's listen to that fucking Eminem song from 1990, whatever.
Bow, bow. Also, Baby Keem is really fucking good. I'm talking about.
I haven't heard of him either.
He's great, dude. Just go listen to the song Orange Soda. That shit's good as fuck. I was like,
I like Orange Soda.
They've started to finally like play that shit at the club, and like it makes people lose their damn minds. Like it's awesome. Yeah, dude.
So are
the club
are places opening back up, or was it just Molly's for that one night?
In the Ville, that was.
I just mean like. Say Missouri wide.
Yeah, sure. Nightclubs are open all over the place. People are still congregating. You know what I mean? As dangerous as it is, you know, it's still happening. And it's gonna be one of the things that honestly, man, we're gonna look back in 20 years and be like, wow, we were kind of crazy. Like I heard about that. And the weird thing is just how like it shows how kind of morbid our whole and kind of nihilistic our whole generation's like kind of party atmosphere is becoming, because like I don't know if you saw about like that one college school where they did the raffle, where like all these people that went to a party and they all took a raffle and like put in money, kind of like a tontine, and the way it worked is the first person who gets tested positive for corona like wins the raffle.
That's
Wins the pot. Yeah, dude.
Dude, this country isn't gonna fucking last.
I mean,
like just I don't know. Maybe like yeah, I'm kind of a pessimist, and like I do tend to hyperbolize on here, but like it just seems like fucking everyone is just so like beyond saving stupid, or like there's so many people like that.
I don't know, dude. Well, here's the thing, man. I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and go out and say like, cause dude, like, you know, I went out to the club, you know.
Well, yeah, but you weren't trying to purposely contract coronavirus to win a fucking raffle.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think I really don't know. That's just weird, and I don't think those people were either. They're just like, at the end of the day, if anything, they're just kind of keeping it real. They knew it was gonna be there. And they're just doing it's nihilistic, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's just accepting the grave mortality of this whole situation, but still being like, fuck it, I want to have fun. And I don't know, man. All I can say about this whole is just God help us all. That's all I can fucking say about all this shit.
We'll be fine. I'm really not worried about it. I mean,
I was about to say we're getting real serious on this joint for like no reason. Let's go back to talking about shit. Like.
I can't think of anything funny to talk about. Like this whole fucking week,
you don't need to think.
Well,
about
no, but like this whole week, I've just been trying to think of clever shit to talk about or funny things to say on here, and now we're actually doing it, and I don't know what to say, so I'm filling time by talking about having nothing to talk about. This is something I do very commonly.
Word. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I've still just been chilling. It's good to, I don't know, it's good to see you. Like, I don't like besides you, I don't see a whole lot of people. Like, I've done a pretty good job of like staying socially distant. Like, I just see my girl, and like I'll see you on the weekends, and I'll see my folks, and that's about it. But I'm even getting worried about seeing my folks, because like, you know, I have been around people in places, and like I just started wearing a mask like 2 days ago out in public. I haven't been.
I only ever wear a mask if I have to, or if I'm at work, because then
they probably require you to do that shit there.
Yeah, it's required, but like no one's gonna yell at me if I'm not wearing it.
I got like
it's mainly for like the food handling people.
I got you. That makes sense. I don't know, man. You can't be too safe with this shit.
No, yeah, I really don't like that people are trying to turn it into like just another fucking liberal versus conservative bullshit.
It is. That's the weird thing. It's like they've made it a political thing. They've made this a worldwide pandemic into a political issue. That's like that is so fucking stupid.
Well,
no,
it's
the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Is it only in America where people are like, I'm not wearing the mask?
Yeah,
probably. I like even the go-to voice I use to fucking impersonate that I'm not gonna wear a mask. like you already know what that guy looks like. You know what I mean? It's a certain kind of. It's the stupid people I'm talking about. It's the guy who's trying to purposely fucking contract coronavirus because he probably thinks it's fake.
Word.
He just doing it for the memes. Then he's gonna spread it to a bunch of people.
I got some lady was being hella passive aggressive at me the other day, like in the grocery store. Like I went camping in Arkansas for like a day, and we got there and we went to a grocery store, and there's like we were the only three people in this store. It's me, my friend, and this one lady, and like this one lady's on the phone, and I walk past her, and she's saying I overhear her say, "Yeah, I'm in this small ass town where nobody's wearing masks." And then she said, this pissed me off. And I'm saying this loud enough for people to hear me. Like, just clearly fucking addressing it. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
When people first started freaking out about it, I would, and I was at the grocery store, like, whenever I would walk by people, I would just say, it's a fake virus. But I would act like I was, like, but I would act like I was, like, just fucking on the phone talking to someone. Just, like, walk by someone, yeah, it's a fake virus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
2 million
These
cases.
are COVID deaths by states.
2 million cases. Good God. That's almost 3 million. 2,841,000. God damn almighty. You know, it's like I said, man, God help us all. It's just
I mean so yeah, like there's a lot of cases, but not a lot of people are dying from it, it looks like.
129,000 people dead just in America? Dude,
well, yeah.
No, that's a lot of people. That's like
but opposed to the 3 million people who have contracted it.
That's still a lot of fucking people, dude.
Yeah.
Like, this is gonna be
I don't know. There's a lot of shit that goes with like
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember what the exact phrasing of it was, but like the average age of the person dying of COVID is older than like the average lifespan.
I mean, at the end of the day, we just kind of need stuff like this to happen. Like,
Yeah.
as a species,
You
as
could call
like,
the masses.
well, it's nature. You know what I mean? It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
The next one's gonna be like way worse than this. And if anything, like what I'm worried about is that this is just gonna become a seasonal thing. This is gonna be like the common flu. You know, and something that's just constantly mutating. That we
I'm not
can't,
really
like,
opposed
treat.
to people wearing masks year round. Like
I don't like it. People can't see you smile.
Well, like
That's dumb. That's a dumb like excuse for like why. But like
I'm not saying make it mandatory, but like, you know, in like Japan, everyone wears masks all the time, and like
yeah, it was like China with all the
well,
smog.
yeah, they used to do. Well, no, I'm talking about Japan, the clean one.
Yes, the other
The
other Asian country.
Yeah, the one with freedom.
So are you Chinese or Japanese?
Nope, he's Laotian.
Word.
I was watching a lot of King of the Hill last night, just getting really fucking high and eating some Lucky Charms out of the box.
Oh, nice.
You know how it is. That's how my 4th of July was.
Word.
Stop.
What ones are you watching right now?
Which ones did I just watch? Fuck.
I've been seeking out Boomhauer episodes. Like I just watched the one.
I watched the one where like his brother's getting engaged to his old girlfriend.
Yeah, and it's Brad Pitt.
Is it Brad Pitt?
Yeah, Brad Pitt is his brother. I love that.
I thought it was what's his name? The dude from Wolf of Wall Street and Dallas Buyers Club.
What, McConaughey?
Yeah, I thought it was
that
him.
would have worked. That would have worked equally well, but I think Brad Pitt is like perfect for that. Brad Pitt's like a personal hero, dog. Like he's the man. He's the fucking man.
Yeah, there is an episode with McConaughey where
he?
it's like after Buckley dies and he plays Brad Thibodeaux.
Fuck.
But it's just Thibodeau, but he says
Thibodeaux.
Thibodeaux. Brad Thibodeaux.
That's fucking funny.
Isn't that pronounced Thibodeau?
That's a total McConaughey move. But yeah, no, I like that episode. I like that. I like the part where they start fighting and they're both wearing like leopard skin, fucking like speedos.
That one really does have like a super wholesome ending because she's like, oh, like it was because Boomhauer's trying to prove that he didn't hire the hookers, and she's like, oh, it's like just like that kind of crazy desperate passion that like led me to or whatever the fuck, and then his brother's like, no, I hired the strippers. He's like, oh, that's just fucking creepy.
Scummy,
like fuck
yeah.
you anyways.
And then at the end, I love at the end, like I think the thing that made me laugh the most, he's like, it was dang old Hank. Hank loves hookers. Like
classic King of the Hill episode.
And also it's also
the liar
you're
gets what's
right,
coming to him.
It is very wholesome because also like I think the big conflict was that Hank didn't trust Boomhauer.
Yeah.
And then he goes and talks to him and like he just asks him some real straightforward questions, and like, you know, it shows that he trusts him whenever like Boomhauer says, no, I didn't hire the hookers, and he's like, all right, thank God. Like, you know, that's so wholesome because they trust each other that much as friends. I don't know.
I like another Boomhauer episode is the one with the quarry.
Oh, that one's great too. Or they crash his car.
Yeah.
Hank's like the teenage Hank being like, what if we filled his car up with gas? Like, it's like that's his idea of a prank. I love that.
The second brake's not working. That's the clutch.
Jesus.
What other episodes have I been watching?
Damn. I was reading about Mike Judge was said in an interview he was like considering the possibility of of not really bringing the series back but doing like a movie.
Spinoff.
Yeah, or like a movie or something like that.
What would the movie be about?
Just the characters just older.
I don't know how I would feel about that.
I think it'd be interesting, but also like it ended on such a good note that like I don't see any reason to
Well, there were several points where the show was supposed to end. But like the current final episode, I like.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Bobby goes to state for the meat identification
meat
shit.
Thing. Yeah, that's that. It is good.
Wagner little man.
It was. I think it was good that they just. It's like the great thing about that show is every episode's self-contained. You know, It tells every single one tells a story.
Yeah, there's some like overarching stories, like
but even then, it
like
never really,
like
it never
well,
really
like
breaks
Luann.
in.
I think Luann's probably the most dynamic character because she like
Yeah, because she
but she has to like go through the mourning
school.
process. Her fucking hair falls out. Yeah, she drops out of school, moves into a house, meets Lucky.
Yeah, this has a kid,
Oh yeah, she does have a kid.
and then also I think Cotton also, because you know
Oh, yeah.
because he has a kid
he,
and then he dies.
he kills himself to spite Peggy.
Yeah, that was great. That was
That's
great.
like
That's great. That's so fucking good.
I'll never forget the first time I watched that. I was like, damn, that's fucking powerful.
Yeah, that's a heavy episode, man.
I really like the one where they're fucking Buck gets in trouble for like DUI or something, and he has to build a Habitat for Humanity house.
Jimmy Carter, bro.
Yeah.
The Jimmy
And
Carter.
Jimmy Carter's doing
it's
like the
yeah.
peace talks
Yeah,
between
the
him and
tirade.
Cotton.
I love that. But
Christmas with the Nyefkos.
the best scene of that whole episode is when Cotton barricades himself inside the house, and like Jimmy Carter comes to the door and he knocks on. It's like, Cotton, you want to talk? And Cotton just instinctively was like, Jimmy Carter? He recognizes like Jimmy Carter. He's like, not surprised at all, but he's just recognizes as Jimmy
I'll let
Carter.
you shoot out my bulletproof windows, and then it's not bulletproof.
The only thing that would have made that episode better is if they actually got Jimmy Carter.
It was Jimmy Carter.
Nah, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Google it, dog. I hate to break the news to you, but
It was absolutely Jimmy
is
Carter.
no sitting, self-respecting president would like be on a cartoon.
Al
for some
Gore was in
reason.
Futurama.
Word. He wasn't no president though. He's a loser.
Nah, man. Didn't you listen to the
Loser.
last episode where I
I
explained
did.
how the election was stolen from
I
him?
did, man. Pat Buchanan. They just don't want no tree hugger in the White House. You know what I mean?
But I do.
And then they made that.
Can you imagine how fucking far ahead we would be?
That looks cool, man. I'm glad you got the TV with the this made this
I'm trying
for
to.
real professional.
Yeah. The next step is I need to post this on YouTube.
About to say, get a camera.
Oh,
Or you
is
did- or
it
you just
really
know.
not Jimmy Carter?
I don't think. I'm sorry, man. I don't think Jimmy Carter's in that episode.
No. Did Cotton
Whoever-
Hill really die?
Jimmy Carter. It's like they don't want to. The fans don't want to accept it. It's like,
Yeah, it's not him.
I
That's
wonder
dang.
whoever did it did a great job. Like that's some
David
good voice
Herman.
acting. That's some good voice acting because they really got the. I don't know.
That Southern charm.
I was listening to who the fuck was it? I was listening to Hannibal Buress talk about being on a plane. And like you listen to Hannibal's new special, that shit's good, man.
Oh shit, yeah,
It's really,
that
it's
came
really
out.
good. It's just on YouTube. It's free. It's
I've-
it's really good because he talks about
It's Miami Nights, right?
he talks about getting arrested in Miami. Like I don't know if you've seen that footage of like the
I've heard a lot of the hype and the build up for it.
it's a great like it's like
I didn't know that was out. Ooh,
it's
that's
he
exciting.
talks about it. It's funny, but and another thing he was talking about how he like was on a plane and Jimmy Carter was there and he walked around shaking everybody's hands and he didn't want to shake Jimmy Carter's hand because he didn't want to get the germs because he was like in coach and it was like no, it's like 30 other people just shook his hand and it's already got the old man germs. So
Fucking
I don't wanna
one-term
shake- I
motherfucker.
don't want to shake Jimmy Carter's hand.
Poor Jimmy Carter.
Word, dude. I'm amazed he's still making it in this bitch. He's alive. And has
Dude,
to
the only
live
reason
with
he
this
even
shit.
initially won was because of Ronald Reagan.
Ronnie Reagan.
Because who was it? He was running against Gerald Ford, and Ronald Reagan was like basically telling he was saying Gerald Ford he's like this guy's a fucking pussy. He's a sellout.
Jesus,
Reagan really split the vote in '76, and that's why Jimmy Carter won. But then Reagan carried that clout into 1980, and then he won.
And then it was just America, baby.
Well,
8 years
Jimmy
of
Carter
just
also
straight
got
America.
Jimmy Carter also kind of got fucked over by what's that Ted Kennedy,
Word.
because he was challenging him for a little bit, but then he fucked up.
What did he do?
In an interview, someone asked him why he wanted to be president, and he just gave like a very slow and stuttering answer. And then everyone's like, "Oh, he just wants to run because he's a Kennedy and he can do it."
Is that not a good reason?
But he
though?
still had a lot of clout. I mean, I don't know. Jimmy Carter was.
Think about it, like how much different shit would have been if Bobby would have been president. If he hadn't got killed.
Yeah, but he had to get killed.
You think the government killed him?
Probably.
I mean, it's.
I don't know. I think the government was involved in a lot of shit. Maybe not in the way that like conspiracy theorists think, but
the way I see it is this. I think that like
I don't know.
I see it like this, man. Like they were following MLK around so much, there is no way they didn't know that some dude was gonna take a shot at him.
Like, have you seen the footage of Bobby like telling like he was supposed to have a rally the night that MLK got shot, and he just gives like this fucking sermon about him.
Word.
They were close. They were tight.
Yeah.
He would like not a lot of people talk about him. Yeah, he was a civil rights leader. Yeah, he really was.
He really made that like a focus point of his campaign. Like nobody had done that up to that point. Like made civil rights like the main focus of his platform.
He was really popular with like
black
Latinos
Latino
too.
voters,
yeah. He was friends with Cesar
Chavez.
Yeah.
And
Cesar Chavez he would only break his hunger strike until Bobby Kennedy ate with him.
Wow.
He waited for him.
Wow.
Isn't that romantic?
Wonder what they ate.
Bread.
Okay, word. Grapes. Fucking.
There's a really good series on Netflix about Bobby Kennedy.
I'll have to watch it.
I think it's just called Vote for Bobby or Bob. I don't know.
That's all.
Just
all I've been doing like
RFK
during my internship is just like pretending to be busy and just like reading about the Kennedys and like Dennis Rodman and shit like that. Just like people that fascinate me. All right, I'm gonna take a piss real quick.
Oh, okay.
I'll leave you alone for a sec.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh my, that's not.
I don't have a bathroom in here. This man just tried to take a whiz in my closet. Yeah, I'm in the new space. Got oh, well, I guess this is a good time to pause anyways.
You should have if you're gonna let me get that. Mike, all right.
We're back.
If you you should start like having if you're gonna like have something on the screen to watch while you're doing this, you should either like have like hardcore porn, maybe no softcore. You get like
I'd probably do Planet Earth or something like that.
I'd say do ant colonies. There's like some cool YouTube channels with like dudes with just giant fucking like ant farms, and like Colton was telling me about he was telling me about like one where like they had a colony of fire ants and then a colony of just like regular black ants, and like at first they were separate, and then they created like a highway for them to like meet in the middle. Is
there what should I search to find this?
Just be like big. There's the scene from Indiana Jones 4 where the dude gets eaten by ants. There's like big
Crystal
ant
Skull
farm.
one.
I'd go like a big ant farm, like just like a big ant farm.
Watch videos ad-free online.
I'd still be all about like if you just had some like I think it'd be funny, especially if you got footage, just had some porn playing, just like I'll just like make this like the scummiest podcast.
Some
ever.
homemade porn.
Yeah, just shit like that.
Just recording a podcast while I have my own sex tape playing in the back.
Word. That'd be.
I don't know. Like, I don't want to
like. And then you have guests, so you just make them fucking uncomfortable.
Well, I was just about to say I don't want to have something constantly on the screen because it'd be distracting. But then at the same time, it's also
cool,
something
though.
to talk about.
This is cool. These ants doing their thing. This is pretty cool. I mean, are they colonizing or okay? Yeah, that's awesome. They're digging into this shit.
Yeah, they're eating the gel.
They're digging into the blue stuff.
Dude, this looks like fucking. Do you ever play Worms? Open Warfare.
Yeah. That's
what this reminded me of.
And they're getting tactical with it. Oh my god.
10 hours. I can't really.
They're legit doing it.
See, that's the thing about holding the mic. You can just stand up sometimes.
Yeah, this is nice. Oh my god.
Fucking 19 hours.
It's a lot of ants.
Link to this video in the description.
But I'm glad that like with YouTube like you can just find shit like this. Like if you just really want to see like just videos of ant farms or just animals doing shit. You got all kinds of it.
Well, it's getting harder and harder to upload YouTube videos. Like you have to verify your account to upload a video that's more than 10 minutes.
The fuck?
And
why?
I don't know. And
that's weird. Why?
I will say this: I did verify. I was able to verify my YouTube account. But that shit was way fucking harder than it should have been. Like,
it sounds to me like we just need a new YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, Cat's Discovery. You just upload this shit, put this shit on Live Leaks. that way you can play porn like while doing the cast. I mean,
I don't know. It's just all about like the platform. Like, I don't like. Everyone, well, not everyone, but like people who listen to this, they tell me like, oh, like is it on anything but SoundCloud? I'm like, no.
That's not the best for podcast marketing. Like
SoundCloud.
Yeah, man. If you really like, most people listen to podcasts. I've looked up statistics on this shit. Most people listen to podcasts on the Apple.
I
Play.
have noticed that. Yeah,
but the problem is to
don't.
do that, you got to get verified for that shit too. You got to like. You got to get set up with a distributor, and then you got to pay $10 a month, and then it's like, do you really want to do that shit? Like,
I mean, I already paid $10 a month to have unlimited post time on SoundCloud. It
sounds to me like you should change up your marketing, my man. Like,
I don't know. I'm not super worried about that shit because I don't know. My thinking is like as long as I'm doing it, like because like I don't know because. This isn't gonna happen overnight. I do want to start putting it on YouTube just because that's supposed to be another easier place to post it. SoundCloud is absolutely the easiest place to post things because like you literally just upload it. There's nothing else you have to do.
No fuss, no muss.
The only time I've not been able to upload something is I was trying to convert this track, and I thought if I uploaded it to SoundCloud that'd be easier to do. But it was like, oh, it looks like you just copied this song, so that's
damn.
You can't post it.
Damn, that's weird.
But you can post original shit.
Dude, holy shit, those ants really fucked it up, man.
Did you watch this? Jon Stewart on Joe Rogan.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I was so fucking happy when I saw that.
I assume they get real, man. I assume they talk about some real shit. Like Jon Stewart, he's been kind of laying low. He's been laying low the last few years. I'd say if there's any time for him to come out and say some shit, it's like. It's nowadays.
Well, he helped get that 9/11 first responder bill passed.
Yeah, that was good.
And now he's working on this thing for veterans.
He also just made that movie.
Yeah, that's why he was on there promoting it. I haven't seen that though.
Yeah, I just watched. I was gonna watch it, but instead I watched this movie with Jesse Eisenberg about karate. It's like he plays as like this kind of like he plays as this kind of wuss character who's like, you know, he's kind of a bitch, and then he gets mugged, and so he starts taking a karate class to kind of build some self-confidence, and then it gets weird. It's like really dark, but it's funny. I don't know. I don't even remember what it was called. It was good though. Like that Imogen Poots chick is in it. She's Imogen Poots.
I don't know who that is.
It's a weird name. I think she's like.
Is it The Art of Self-Defense?
Yeah, that's it. Norwegian. It's good. I don't think I could watch it again because honestly, man, a lot of it's kind of sad.
Oh wow! Look at this guy, dude. You know who needs a fucking spin-off movie?
Who?
Rex Kwon Do.
Oh, dude, word from Napoleon Dynamite. He had they made a cartoon about him.
I know. I was watching it when it was on TV. It's on Hulu, but there's only like 6 episodes of it.
It probably wasn't that big of a hit.
I don't understand why it wasn't a hit. Like it was it was the same cast. I'm pretty sure it's the same writers.
Word.
People just didn't like it. I don't know why. I liked it.
This movie was weird. Was weird though. It was
a
like
sinister, dark comedy.
It was very dark. It honestly it's kind of sad. But it's also like very funny. Yeah, she's hot. And like there's scenes where she like breaks dudes' arms. It's very hot.
Are you attracted to violence?
If the woman is doing violence against me, then yes.
How do you feel about Kill Bill?
Oh, great movie, dude! I love those. That's just
like you want some woman to do that to you.
Oh fuck yeah, absolutely.
Eviscerate your.
Maybe not like, you know, fuck my shit up. Maybe not break my leg or nothing like that. You know what I mean? But like
just get stabbed and like.
That'd be kind of fucked. I don't want him to do. I'm just talking.
No, I'm trying to think of like the like one part of your body where you could get stabbed and be mostly okay. You can get stabbed in the leg probably.
It might hit an artery, or they might hit a nerve. I don't want to get stabbed in here, man. I don't fucking want that shit. Like, I don't want that shit.
I haven't been watching any of this shit.
It's a good. Honestly, it was a pretty good movie. I'm glad I watched it. And also, just like the thing is, like, it's like karate is just like
Does he buy a gun? He gets fed up.
No, it's like he gets
I'm
mugged.
no good at karate, so I'm
he
just gonna
gets
buy a
mugged,
gun.
and at first he goes to buy a gun, but then he finds the karate place. He's like, you know what? Actually, I don't need the gun. I'm just gonna do this. But it's like, it's weird. It's a weird movie.
I had a friend of mine. I think you told me this. He was like someone got robbed in his neighborhood, and then he was looking into.
Oh yeah, I talked to him about
Right.
that. He's like,
No, yeah.
I know exactly who you're talking about. He's like,
He was looking into like jujitsu.
Yeah,
and
then he
like,
did it, and then like he's like, yeah, they actually made me trim my fingernail, so I'm just buying a gun. Like, here's some shit like that. Oh my god.
Love you, Matt.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Oh my god, man, turn off that Budweiser commercial. It's military.
Jamie Foxx on Robert Downey Jr. doing blackface.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Let's watch this. What's that from?
What?
What's that from?
The Jamie Foxx show.
Oh, okay.
But it's Pierre Bourne's producer tag, which is like the greatest fucking producer tag ever, bro. Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here? And
I think producer tags are stupid.
Dude, they're necessary, man.
No, they're not.
How else are you gonna know?
I don't know. I just think it's fucking stupid.
Metro Boomin made
I hate the Metro Boomin one.
Which one? He's got a lot. He's got Metro
If
Boomin wants some more. Yeah, he's got that.
I don't like that
also
one.
got the Kodak Black. The Metro on the beat.
I don't know. I just think it's kind of fucking stupid.
Producer tags are very necessary, man.
Nah,
like,
man. That's just you don't need to fucking shoehorn your name into it. Just let the music speak for itself,
maybe not for
man.
maybe not for the big names, but like if you're a small time producer and you're selling beats, like you need that shit so your shit don't get stolen. And even if it does get stolen, at least then people that hear it know who produced it, so they can like go to that person. Like they're totally necessary.
I guess. I don't know.
Kenny Beats' producer tag is really good. The Fat Man Key, Whoa Kenny. That's just good. That shit's hype. I don't fucking know though.
Another world premiere.
I can dig it, but I definitely understand where you're coming from on that shit.
Ain't nobody praying for me. Bitch, all my grandma's dead. Not true.
Oh my god. I was just talking about
Your dead grandma.
Let me tell you about my camping trip the other day.
Okay, yeah.
We go to Arkansas, and we go there just to the float a river, have a good time. You know what I mean? I haven't been kayaking in a minute, so I love that shit. I love just getting on fresh water.
It's the shit, dude. I love it.
Letting the river take you. And my bud's never been though. And he usually don't do too much stuff outside. So we get on that water, and it's hot as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
and
man.
We float those 4 miles real fast, and then we get back, and we get back, and we're in our campsite, and we can't start a fire because we're fucking newbies. Like we totally fucking making this fire, and then so we can't cook, so we just go to bed, and my bud wakes up. Like he said he woke up and he had really bad sunburns. And I was like, he woke up, he pulled off his sleeping bag, and it peeled the sunburn right off his legs. So that's one. That's strike one. Then he goes. It's like 5 a.m. It's 5 a.m. He slept like shit. He goes to take a piss, and then right as he starts peeing, he just starts throwing up everywhere. Like
what happened? Like food poisoning, or
dude, no,
was he drinking too much? Overheated?
Heat exhaustion.
Yeah,
We were drinking beer and eating beef jerky.
Every time this is a little piece of advice for anyone. I've been on a few float trips, and I get overheated every time. And I imagine if I had like a few beers in me and that happened,
game over. Bro.
Yeah. Like you're just gonna and there's nothing you can do. You have to finish the float.
Yeah.
You can't go back. Oh God.
Yeah. So okay. So
just smoke weed.
So it's early. So it's early in the morning. He's already like just tore his fucking legs off, threw up everywhere. But he got it out of his system. And it was sunrise and it was beautiful out, so he took his phone, he went down to the river to take a picture of it.
He dropped his phone in the river?
No, dude, it's like it just ran dead. His phone died right when he fucking would take the picture.
Oh.
So then that's no big deal. So I wake up.
It's a minor L.
Yeah, we go into town to buy him a charger. And he gets into the gas station to buy the charger, and then like his card's fucking expired. so like, and that right there, right when I heard that, right when I saw it, I was like, you know what? Nah, fuck it. That's a sign. We got to get the fuck out of Arkansas. And so we left. We called it good. We called it good right there. We didn't even float the second day. I was just like, dude, you're just getting the shit kicked out.
That's so fucking funny. Oh my God, his card was expired.
Yeah, it was just like it was just some bad juju. So we had fun though. It was a good time, but like.
Float trips are always fun.
Yeah, I love that shit. And
How deep into Arkansas were you guys?
not bad. It was just like on the border. Like,
Yeah, that's where I usually
I don't know
go.
if you ever gone on Kings River. That was the name of
No,
it. Kings
there's a
River.
bunch of tiny ass
There's
rivers
Kings
down
River,
there.
There's White Rivers, the Buffalo River. There's all kinds of fun stuff. And then also the lakes are great. Like if you ever go to Beaver Lake, like that's like I'm giving away some sauce. Like that's stuff I don't want nobody to
Missouri
know.
sauce.
I don't want nobody to know about that.
Missouri's a slept-on state, man. There's a lot of cool shit here.
All those things are in Arkansas though.
I've,
but like right on the border.
Recently, I've been feeling a bit more prideful about Missouri.
You should. I
don't know
dig
why.
Missouri. I'm a Kansas resident now, but like I still.
Nah,
do
you're a Missouri boy through and through.
Missourian. Missouri.
Kansas City, Kansas is about as Missouri in Kansas as you can get.
I just think there needs to be more Midwestern unity. You know what I mean? Like Iowa, Nebraska, it's all basically the same shit. You know, you get the same shit. Like
No, I feel like Iowa and Nebraska is a bit more boring.
yeah, man. Des Moines is nothing compared to Kansas City.
I was born in Des Moines,
Word right.
and
on.
it's I don't know, like I didn't grow up there, so I didn't really get a chance to like explore the city of Des Moines. But I doubt it's as because like Kansas City has a culture to it.
Yeah, it's got fun stuff.
It's
going
really fucking artsy and hipstery.
It's got fun stuff going on, but I don't. And also like even Kansas kind of like. Even Kansas is kind of better. Like at Kansas, you can go to Lawrence.
You got a bunch of liquor stores. Lawrence is cool.
Yeah, and
have you been to a Kansas liquor store yet?
yeah, I have. And you know, same old shit. But it's more than anything. It's just you can't buy you can only buy beer at a Walmart. Like you can't get liquor at a Walmart.
Yeah,
that's like the big thing that Missouri
is
has
the tax on it a lot more expensive?
Yeah, it is. I do have to pay a little more for if I was getting a bottle of tequila or something like that. Like. It's a little more, but like I don't really give a shit.
Have you seen that extra tax money being reinvested into your community?
My community, yes. The communities that need it, no. Like if you want to get real,
what's like the poor
gentrification.
part of Kansas?
What, dude? Honestly, man, it just keeps getting pushed further south. If you want to get real,
I feel like that's how it always
south,
is.
Like it used to be mid KCK. Shit, man, I bet at one point the poor part was North KCK. They push it south. But I'm no genius on that. You know what I mean?
The poor part of Kansas City is
I don't know.
Kansas.
There's poor places everywhere, man. There's like it's all relative.
True.
But there is gentrification going on.
One of the houses I was looking at before I moved into this one, like the day or like the week after I was supposed to look at it, there was a fucking drive-by shooting.
Word.
And I think like a 4-year-old got killed. It was really sad.
That's terrible.
But
that's a life dog.
I seriously doubt this will happen here.
Yeah, no,
because like the landlord of this house grew up here and he lives like down there, and then he owns another house on this block.
Word.
So he's
should
be a pretty good setup.
It also no matter what compared to other cities, like you know Casey, it's tame. It's really fucking tame. It's super safe. Like,
yeah,
I feel
but it's still
here.
a big city.
Yeah, and stuff happens, but at the end of the day, man, like, you know, there's a statistic that you're way more likely. It's like when it was like 80% more likely to get killed by you're most likely to get killed by a family member, and then that I
could believe
and
that.
then that possibility is enhanced like exponentially when there's alcohol involved. But
absolutely.
You're way more likely to get killed by a family member or somebody close to you.
I would say you're just more likely to get killed in general if alcohol's involved.
Yeah, word. And that's why it shows how weird our system is that like alcohol is legal and you can't do no other shit. Like, you know, if weed was legal, like how often do you hear about people like fucking killing someone on weed? How often do you hear about someone like two dudes smoking weed and then getting into a fight and it probably happens,
you know,
but not like that.
I was sitting and thinking last night because I was smoking weed and I was blowing the smoke out my window because I'm not trying to stink up my whole house, and like I was just sitting here thinking as I was listening to all these fucking bombs go off outside. I'm like, people are literally just openly blowing shit up, and I have to worry about fucking like just sitting in my house like smoking.
Yep, it's strange, but like you're definitely not the only one that feels that sentiment.
Oh no, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're far from it.
And I don't know, like without getting into too many details, like I've watched alcohol like really fuck up like a big portion of my family on both sides. So I think kind of like seeing that growing up, I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with this. Like,
yeah, it's just like, you know, you can have a drink. You have a drink every now and again. You know what I mean? But there's nothing wrong with having a drink, but just like moderation, man. It's like
you can't drink every night.
Yeah, it's with everything. Moderation. And it's the same thing. And I think that goes for everything. I think that goes for shitty food. It goes for sex. moderation.
Oh yeah, like
And,
moderation for fucking everything.
Yeah.
Do you think anyone would listen to this shit if we went on for like 4 hours?
Yeah, nah, fuck
we'd run out of shit.
Fuck that. What podcasts do? I'm trying to think of podcasts that do go on for 4 hours.
The Alex Jones episode of Joe Rogan is like 4 hours.
The Musk one is only like 2 hours, and they get Alex Jones on for fucking 4.
Well, dude, like it's just a matter of like Alex Jones, like he's a media guy. And he's a journalist, and he's also fucking Alex Jones. Like, of course, he can just fucking rant nonstop for 4 hours. I fucking love the part of that when Eddie gets in there, and then he's just like, "Oh, choke me out." It's like we did in high school.
Jesus, what a guy.
Alex Jones.
I feel bad for Eddie Bravo. He was the ringside coach for Tony Ferguson in his Justin Gaethje fight, and like, and Tony Ferguson kind of got his like. He put up a good fight, but he kind of got his shit fucked up in that fight. And, like, Eddie Bravo, like, in the
he was a coach?
Fuck, dude. Eddie Bravo is, like, one of the most influential jiu-jitsu coaches, like...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Modern... Yeah, dude, but the only podcast people only fucking know him for just being the conspiracy theory guy. But
I thought he was a music producer as well.
He's done that. He's been in bands, but, like, in the 90s. But now... But his
Renaissance man.
His main career focus is jiu-jitsu. Like... He owns 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu. That's like one of the biggest things like fucking ever.
That's cool.
Yeah, dude, he's the real deal.
That's the kind of life I want to live. I just want to do a bunch of different shit.
Renaissance man, word.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of what we're doing.
It could be about. I definitely think like Eddie Bravo goes a little too hard in the conspiracy. Like look it up, bro. But no, he had to. But he said like afterwards, he said he like wishes that like he hadn't been the main corner coach for Ferguson in that fight because he's a jiu-jitsu guy, and that fight was like a totally stand up, like on the feet, like they're just trading blows, and then the doctor called. I think the doctor called the fight because Gaethje like cut up his eye. I don't remember. I remember watching this fight a while ago.
What are their names?
Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje. That's just hard to fucking pronounce. If you were actually look up Tony Ferguson training compilation. Honestly, man, because that fight was long. Like,
I just found the fight on Daily Motion, so we're gonna watch this.
They went the distance.
Actually, I'm gonna see if it's on anything.
No, dude, look up Tony Ferguson training compilation. You'll laugh your ass off at this. Like that fight is good though. Like I'd recommend anybody watch because like Justin Gaethje is like he's a fucking beast. Like man, I want that guy to like get a belt. There it is. Look at the hardcore training. Like, dude,
which one?
Some of the
here you click on it.
This one, dude. Some of the stuff he does in this, this video is like some of the most. It's like some of the most absurd shit ever. Like,
Audible.
We got these ads.
My brother's best friend growing up was in a Grubhub commercial. Like one of the very first ones, like before they were popular. I remember watching that commercial when he was in it. I'm like, oh shit, he's in it. What the fuck is Grubhub? Because it was like 2012.
Word. Dude, look at him. He's just kicking a metal pole.
What is that?
Look at this.
The fuck is that?
He's on the he's on a hoverboard.
I didn't even see. I'm gonna stand up.
Like, dude, look at this. Like, dude, no, it only gets worse. And like his form.
Is this a real exercise?
No, dude, it's like for him it is. Tony Ferguson is just a maniac. He has horrible form on like all of these lifts, but like it just works for him because he's a monster, dude. That's pretty good form on those squats.
That's not
like it's like it's getting his back. But even then, that right
no,
there,
man, like.
At the same time, I can't judge him because he's the fucking professional fighter. He's doing a Wang Chung dummy. No, that's good. That's good.
My philosophy is like you need to have good form.
This is bad though, where he's lifting these tires. But the fact that he can lift them, that shit's heavy as fuck.
It's better to have better form and less weight.
Yeah, you gotta work out harder, not smarter. Unless you're
Smarter,
in the
not
UFC.
harder.
Unless you're in the UFC, then no matter what, you gotta accept that you're
yeah. This is what I do. I don't know what I'm not an authority on exexercising at all.
Look at that shit.
What is that?
Look at he's standing on an exercise ball and swinging a hammer around his head. Like, dude, that is a disaster waiting to happen.
Ooh, that was a sweet roll.
This is like dangerous as fuck.
He's not an exercise
Dude, yeah,
ball.
look at that. Andy's
just deadlifting.
that's actually a really good way to condition your core. Like that'll really get your core worked.
Really?
So not all of this stuff is bad. Like,
what about
but
kicking a truck tire?
honestly, man, like it strengthens his knee.
Isn't it true that ninjas used to like break their bones against walls?
Yeah.
And then they would grow back stronger. Is that true?
That's what he's doing right now. That is just dumb. Right there, what he's doing right there, that is just not smart. It's the fucking hammer again. Just on an exercise ball and fucking balance. He's got great balance that he could do this with swinging a hammer.
You heard of the game Getting Over It?
Yeah, it's like that.
That's what he looked like
That's
with that
that's
hammer.
exactly what he does look like. He's got a newsboy cap in that.
Yeah, like
clip.
his beret.
Oh, it's gotta be heavy.
Oh, look at the little dogs. Aw.
I've like, no matter how many times I watch this compilation, I never get sick of it. Like this shit's just inspiring.
I'll have the link to this in the description as well. Is that him or is...
No, that's Dana White. It's the president of the UFC.
Oh.
Also a meathead. This is my opinion, though. Nah, dude, I don't know. How long have we been doing this joint?
51 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Pretty decent length. Getting bored.
Yeah, I got nothing
Getting
else.
tired of things to say.
I got nothing else to talk about.
Getting tired of saying things, running out of things to say.
Yeah, I don't want to bore nobody.
I feel like I've been super boring. I don't know.
Ah, dude, we had a good conversation. We talked about some fun stuff. We talked about Martin Luther shit quotes. We talked about, you know what I mean? We talked about
I don't know. I'm just always super self-conscious about this until I listen back to it. I'm like, oh, because my thing is I'm always worried that I'm gonna say something that's really dumb and I'm just not gonna remember it.
I mean, yeah, that's how it works, dude. We just say some dumb shit all the time. Like, you know, when you're just talking, when you're just riffing, yeah, you're gonna say some fucking stupid shit. It's human. I don't know.
We're not as explicit as Cumtown though.
Word.
I do really, really, really like that podcast, and I'm glad that I didn't bring it up until like the very end of this one. So you listen to all of mine, and then you go listen to the other one,
dude.
And then you see how far low we are on the podcasting totem pole.
It's so degenerate, bro.
It's so fucking funny. I remember there was one bit that I was listening to, and they're talking about like Trump does blackface.
Yeah,
and he's I was like, oh yeah, you guys want a black president? This is what you wanted, right? And then he flips like on the whole the Kenya birther thing on Obama. He's like, oh yeah, like he was born in Hawaii. Like everyone said he was from Kenya. Like I guess it's not true. Is he even black?
Jesus, nah, man. I'm good on this, G. It's been a good cast, dog. Good cast.
True. Good cast. Good jam. Goodbye, everyone.
Yeet.